Tell me about the occupation.
Yeah, so the occupiers have been in there since Wednesday, which is really amazing. There have been loads and loads of students going in. Sadly, the university hasn't allowed us open access, so we've been having to break people in, which is actually really dangerous. And security have reacted incredibly violently. Last night they dragged someone down a set of stairs, supposedly for their health and safety. But we're occupying, firstly, free education, so not just economically free, but also liberated and democratic. And we're also occupying for workers' rights. We think that the way the university is currently treating its workers is just ridiculous. It's the pay ratio between the highest and lowest paid workers is 20-1, which is humongous. It's not paying loads of its staff a living wage, and it's employing so many people on really unfair zero-hours contracts. We just don't think that's right. So one of the demands for the occupation is for the university to cooperate with the unions to employ its workers more fairly.
So some of the chants are about democracy. What's the issue there in the university?
Well, so
education is a right, not a
currently the university is voting to elect a new chancellor, which is the person who, although they wouldn't run the university, is kind of the figurehead of the university. But students aren't allowed to vote in that. This could lead to Peter Mandelson, who commissioned the Brown Report, which led to the rising in tuition fees, becoming our chancellor. We think that's really unfair, but actually that's kind of symptomatic of a wider problem of democracy within the university, which is that essentially the students and workers at this university have no say, and the university is run by incredibly opaque management structures who refuse to engage with students in any way other than through like incredibly long levels of bureaucracy through the students' union, who are great and have been supporting us, but really a very easy way of pretending they've engaged with us and really not listening to us at all.
How have the university authorities responded to the campaign?
So they have allowed food into the occupation, which is really good. But basically, in a meeting with some people from the students' union yesterday, the university management said that they wouldn't listen to what they refer to as an undemocratically and unrepresentative section of the students. They just don't want to listen to us. We've been trying to contact them in lots of ways. We've been asking lots of people to send them emails and to read poetry to Tim Westlake, who is the director of the student experience and part of the management. But yeah, they haven't really responded very positively yet.
What have people been doing inside the occupation?
Oh, it's been really, really great. We've had so many really interesting and exciting workshops, things like the political poetry of William Blake, one about the university's policy on social responsibility, and we had a workshop on trans issues and trans rights run by one of the members of the LGBT society at this university. So it's been a really great space for everyone to learn, and we really want the university to give us free access so that more people can come in and enjoy this free and democratic education that we're trying to provide here.
What are you doing to try to reach out to the rest of the student body?
So obviously marches like this are very visible, and we've got a banner there that's visible. Obviously, particularly with it being exam time, we're really trying to tread the line carefully of being visible but not being disruptive to students, because we realise it's really important to keep the students on board. But we're also working with the students' union to raise the profile of the current education.
What can people do to support you?
Just come along and come down, and we're hoping to get open access from the university management, but we don't know if that's going to happen. But we have a Facebook page which is Free Education MCR, and if there's anything we can do to help, then we'll publicising it through that. But yeah, just generally get in touch and see what you can do. We've had some really amazing support from unions and other members of the local community bringing us food and money to support the occupation. Also, the messages of support and solidarity we've had from groups and from individuals have been a real boost to morale. So even if it's just something as simple as sending us a message saying why you think the occupation is important, then that's great. So you can get in touch with the university management if you like and try and lobby them for access to the occupation and for our demands to be met.
So was there anything in particular that prompted it? Was it the government?
Yeah, I think really, I suppose kind of like the wave of student activism we saw in 2010, really the re-election of the Tory government has sparked kind of a realisation in a lot of people that we need to start acting now. You know, we can't wait until Tories who are very likely just completely remove the cap on tuition fees. We need to hit the ground running and start organising. So yeah, I think the election of the Tory government has really been kind of the catalyst for this occupation. But also the wave of occupations that have been going on both across the country and across Europe. London School of Economics and broadly the University of London have been in occupation. Edinburgh University is currently in occupation, but universities in Amsterdam and across Europe have been in occupation as well. So actually we're part of this wider struggle for free education and rights for workers.
What have you learned from the experience?
I've learned a lot from the workshops we've been running about kind of similar struggles in the past, and you know, particularly we were discussing quite a bit about the unions and the miners' strikes during the 60s. People at the moment are really worried that the government is going to make striking illegal, and I was actually really interested to learn that striking wasn't legal in the first place, you know, and people still did it. So I think although it's kind of terrifying that they're trying to limit our rights to protest, just because something's illegal doesn't mean we shouldn't do it.
Thank you.